Hello, my friends. My name is Claire, and you stumbled upon Porch Coffee, so please stick around. Hi, friends. My name is Claire, and this is my channel, Woodshed Theory. Here, I make content about what it's like to live as an adult on the autism spectrum and whatever else feels good to me. So if that sounds good to you, or if you're feeling particularly gracious today, and I hope that you are, please go ahead and click the subscribe button, ring the bell. I almost forgot to mention that sometimes I put out more than one video a week, so click the like and the share. Help me get to 10K before the end of the year. That doesn't rhyme, does it? Share and year. If you're new here, I'm an autistic lady, late diagnosed, that has coffee with you on Monday mornings. It's kind of become our thing, hasn't it? You and me, we have coffee together on Monday mornings. I wouldn't miss it for anything. Here he comes. He's really been into sitting on my lap for coffee in the mornings recently. So anyway, why do we do that? Because when you're autistic, it can be hard to have friends. So I tell you about my week, you tell me about your week in the comments, and there you have it. Internet friends. Oh my gosh. He's been doing this recently, and it is very good for my soul. Like the best thing ever. Okay, I guess we'll get on with Porch Coffee. Oh, best Porch Coffee ever. Update on Mug Club. I think this week we're on 107. 3 people joined the Mug Club this week. If you're interested in getting a Porch Coffee mug like this one with the Porch Coffee logo, you can find them on my website. That is linked down below. No pressure, it's just for fun. It's just for us Porch Coffee buddies. Where's my Porch Coffee sign? Okay, maybe you can relate to this. So if you watched my video this week, I cleaned and organized. So that's where it is. I don't know. I don't know where I put it. I didn't have it for this morning, but I'll have it for next week probably. I really struggle when I'm cleaning with that, because I kind of go into like cleaning mode and then I forget everything that I'm doing. I don't remember where I put things. I checked a few intuitive spots. I have a spot where I put it every time. It is not there. Coffee's good this morning. Love you, Ernie. How was your week, guys? You know what? Mine was not that bad. I think I hit a good patch in life, perhaps, which I'm not going to complain about. Medication's going well. Therapy is hard, but it's going well. So things seem okay. And what else could I ask for? Yeah, so this week, what did you do? Tell me in the comments. I did that big old clean out of my closet. Okay, well, I have something to tell you. So I did the huge clean out of my closet. I gave away like 2 huge boxes of yarn, and I have another bag to give away. But now I need to go through and look for more stuff to give away because I bought more yarn this week. If you're new, a special interest of mine is yarn and fibers. So much so that I decided to open another avenue of my LLC, and that is selling hats and scarves and things on Etsy that I make with my knitting machine and or crochet. And that helps me use a lot of the yarn, and it also helps me fuel my need for fleece, for yarn. I love it. Yeah, so I got rid of all that yarn this week, and then on Friday I was scrolling through some of the Yarny pages on Facebook, and somebody posted that they had started dye lot clearance at Hobby Lobby. This is different than the other sale that they did, where they like do a reset for the year. Their dye lot clearance, they go through, and anything that is in an old dye lot, should I explain dye lots? Anyway, they mark down to 75% off anything that's in an old dye lot. So it's different in that it's more like 1 or 2 skeins if they have them in dye lot clearance, and it's not the yarn necessarily that's getting discontinued, which is cool also because maybe you start something and you need one more skein, you can still go get it. It just might be a little bit of a different color. So anyway, yeah, I did. I saw the post on Facebook, and within 5 minutes I was out the door. It's like a drug, guys. What can I say? The Hobby Lobby clearance. You know, it's a little triggering for me to go into Hobby Lobby, but I don't even care. Like, trigger away. I want my cheap yarn. It's just really fun. It's like being able to go on a shopping spree and just get what you want because it's so reasonably priced. So anyway, I went to Hobby Lobby and they only had their acrylic stuff so far on clearance. It takes a long time to get, they have to check every single ball of yarn, right? So I'll probably go back. I actually did go back already to check to see if they had done any more. And I went to a different store. Nothing. What else have I been doing? Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, first of all, thank you everyone for the support on my Our Autistic People Bossy video. Sometimes I have trouble, well, you know, autism is a communication mix-up, so I sometimes have trouble saying what I want to say. That's why I like being able to edit, because I can rephrase myself as many times as I want to while I'm filming and say exactly, get the message across that I want to get across, but I still have anxiety about putting myself out there, especially with things that I feel are more personal. And I know that those videos are more important for people who are maybe late diagnosed on the spectrum or whatever, just autistic. For me to talk about the hard things, it's like much easier to do like 10 signs it's autism, and no judgment. I've done those videos, okay? Those are much easier to talk about for me than things that might be considered character flaws, like being controlling or bossy or taking the lead when you shouldn't, etc. So I appreciate all the support that I got on that video. It's doing really well, and I know that it will. I just feel very encouraged when I put out content like that, because I know that I get comments about how it has helped you. I have to tell you, it gives me like a great sense of calm and relief that you resonate with the stuff that I say and that I'm not alone, because autism can be lonely sometimes. What a great day. I love him. If you're newer here, this is my cat Ernie, and last year I had 3 kittens. It was only last year. Last year 3 kittens were born under my porch, and as soon as they came out from under the porch, Mom disappeared a few days later. So we had these like month-old kittens. So we raised them. Unfortunately, Oscar is Bert, Ernie, and Oscar. I didn't think we were going to keep them, so I just gave them Sesame Street names. Unfortunately, Oscar had an accident and passed away a few months ago, but we still have our Ernie, who is the most loving FOMO cat I've ever met, and Bert, who's like just a cat's cat. She's like a little thing, and she's like, touch me, don't touch me, that kind of cat. And a cool thing about her is every morning and every evening she comes to our door and screams for dinner. What else? What else? Yeah, I did that huge clean out project. Bought more yarn to replace the yarn that I got rid of. Who was saying in the comments that they told me so, that my collection was out of hand? I don't care. It makes me happy. So if something as simple as a piece of string can make me happy, I'm just jiving with it. So I did that project, got some more yarn, and then I did the bossy video. The other thing I did this week, I got an itch a creativity itch that I had to scratch for the first time in my life. And I did a short on this, which I'll talk about in a second. But I made as somebody pointed out, BC pointed out in the comments, stays, a pair of medieval stays, which I called a corset. And I agree, there wasn't technically corsets until like the 1800 or the 17. How does centuries work? 1860s? Anyway, so I have mentioned before that when I was in like middle school, I became obsessed with the idea of joining the Society for Creative Anachronism, which are the Renaissance people. I wonder if they still kick about these days. Probably. The internet was so young though, so like I had to email them, and then they sent me a packet of information, and I just read, I pored over it, all these things. It was just a different time. I never ended up joining. I did make a Renaissance, like a medieval dress, although not very well. I was just a kid. I sewed one and it kind of made me look pregnant because of not knowing how to do ruffling or ruching. So, but I did make that, and my desire growing up was always to make stays or a corset. I was just fascinated by that idea, and I did so much research on it, and this week I finally checked it off my bucket list, and it was really fun. I can't wait to make more, because it took about 3 days. Well, probably if I had everything on the second day, I could have gotten it done. Well, I was kind of pissed off actually, because I ordered a special tool to punch holes through fabric. It didn't work at all. So what do? Just email the Amazon seller and say, like, I want my money back? So I ended up having to cut all the holes by hand very carefully. And then I had to learn how to do grommets. Grommets? Grommets always sounds weird to me when you say it, like, oh, grommets. You know, the holes in the corset that you put the laces through. I got to do those. It came out so beautiful. You can see it in my short video. Oh, that's what I wanted to talk about. I tried something new where I did a video short of me sewing a project instead of a whole video, so it was less overwhelming. Also, I would love to do a full video on sewing a corset, but I wanted to like test it out first and know that I could do it. I surprised myself and did it, and it came out really nice. My sewing skills are getting better every time I sew. So, oh, little one, look at that paw. I don't know how I feel about it though, because listen, as I say in my introduction, that's right, Ernie. As I say in my introduction, autism and whatever else feels good to me. And that's really true. Like, I really want my YouTube to be a creative outlet for me, and I love sewing and crochet and crafts and furniture restoration. So like, sometimes I have videos about that. They don't get as many views because like I'm more of an autism channel than I am creative channel. But I want my business to also be a creative outlet for me. And you don't have to watch those videos if you don't want to, but I love making them, so why not? So, what are your plans for today? Here are mine. I have a few friends coming over. Real life friends. I know. I've got real friends. In-person friends. Internet friends are real too, but like I have in-person friends too, which is really cool. You know, it's not something that I necessarily have had before. So anyway, as an adult, like where I wasn't around people like in college and stuff. So they're coming over today, 3 of my friends, to take a sewing lesson with me. We're gonna try our best, learn the basics. I don't know where we're starting at. Like I don't want to be like, I am always afraid to be rude as an autistic person, right? Because let's face it, it happens. I want to, I don't know where we're starting. So I don't know if they know how to thread a machine or thread a bobbin, how to sew a straight line, how to make a curve or turn, how to back up, like back stitch. So that's going to be a very interesting and fun time today, I think. They would also eventually like to sew corsets for themselves, but I think it's good that we're starting with the basics because I honestly, you need to have some skills before tackling something like that. That's going to be really fun today. Yeah, I'm a little nervous about being like teacher or whatever. Oh, goodbye. We lost him. I don't feel like I'm that great of a seamstress or sewer, but I can show them the basics, like how to thread and all that stuff. So they're my friends and I have no reason to be nervous, and they're all really excited because, well, let's face it. So I learned to sew when I was really little. My mom taught me how to thread the machine and everything. And so, like, just basic projects, and I was just fascinated by it. And I took a home ec class that kind of taught a little bit of sewing, like how to thread a machine and how to make a pair of shorts, something like that. It's not a skill that everyone has, but a lot of people want. So it'll be fun to share it, something that makes me happy to share it with my friends, hang out with them and have a good time. That's basically it, guys. I know that I've been talking for a while, so I hope you enjoyed. I hope you had a good porch coffee with me. How are you doing? How are you feeling? What's going on with you? I know a lot of you mentioned that you're, starting back at school or university, or your kids are. It's kind of like a time of transition, which can be hard. Some of you are dealing with some health issues. Some of you are just learning that you're autistic, which is a really, it's a tough time for people. So yeah, let me know in the comments, and I will see you next time. Bye, friends.